Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'm doing a 90s look. So 90s is so in at the minute. Everywhere you look, everyone's got a choker on. I've got one on today, mine's from ASOS. And I was actually a 90s girl, so I know what the trends were in the 90s, which makes me feel ancient. So in the 90s we were like, I mean I was obviously quite young, but Heather Shimmer was like the biggest lipstick around, and Coffee by Rimmel, and they were like really dark browns. And I think the hair was so much more natural and unpolished back then. There wouldn't have been so much like highlighting, and hair was like, you know, think quite straight, or think of like Jennifer Aniston, like a bit of a bouncy blow dry, that sort of thing. Anyway, so today I'm going to show you my 90s interpretation, but also with a more modern twist. I'm going to keep the colours quite matte though, so the shadow's quite matte. And I'm going to start off with the skin, prep the skin, and yeah, let's just get going. Okay, so first product I use for my skin is Origins. This is called Make a Difference Plus. I have like a few sort of favourite moisturisers, and Origins have the most amazing skincare range. Then I'm going to use, as always, my NARS Sheer Glow. So sorry if that gets a bit boring, but it is my favourite and I'm a bit of a stick in the mud. Okay, so here it is, NARS Sheer Glow, Stromboli. So this goes so well with my my skin. The colour is perfect. It's just a winner every time. So just pop in a small amount like that on the back of my hand. Okay, and then I'm just going to start applying it to the skin. If you want a little bit more of a heavier finish, then you can just build up. It's brilliant. So I'm just buffing this through with my Real Techniques brush. Again, just trying to avoid getting foundation in the eyebrows. Just dragging it down onto the neck. So that's fairly sheer, like you can still see my freckles through it. But if you wanted, you could keep adding and building up and really get a heavy polished finish. But I think it's quite nice, especially as this is probably more of a day-to-day look. This is something I do quite a lot because it's just so quick. Gonna start off with my Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. Looks like this. It just knocks out the darkness, illuminates under the eye. Like if I was doing a more evening-y look, I've got some other Becca products that I use under the eyes. I'm just literally pressing it into the skin. And you can see straight away the difference that it makes. It just makes you feel really fresh and great on a Monday morning. Okay, so over the top of that is going to be NARS, and it's the Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this is in shade Custard. So just popping a little bit on. And then with Prep+Prime highlighter in Lightboost, going over the other half of the eye, just to give a bit more of an illuminated finish. Okay, and now I'm just going to blend that in with a beauty blender. Sorry, this looks filthy because it's from my kit, and all my other ones I save for shoots because everyone knows how boring it is to clean your brushes and your sponges. Sometimes I would use the highlighter, the Lightboost, just all underneath the eye, but I find the coverage isn't great in the inner corner where it's a bit dark, so that's why I mix. Real Techniques little angled brush. I love this. It's a 202 brush. I'm going to use with this my Anastasia brow pomade. So just brushing it up. I'm using, you can use anything, but this is just in my makeup bag. It's the Avon Decay brow beater. So just a little bit on the back of the hand like that. Take off the excess, and away you go. I mean, if this was actually the 90s, you'd have your brows the size of a pencil line. So 90s eyes, not very sparkly, quite a matte. So I'm going to do I'm going to use my Renaissance palette again by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's already got dirty, which is so annoying. This is the most amazing palette ever. You can see all the beautiful colours. So I'm going to use a mix of warm taupe, purpley one, and this one here. Cypress Umber Buon Fresco. I'm probably killing it with the accent. This purpley one is like perfect 90s shade. Love it. Just using a little flat brush. This brush is by Avon. It's got a little spongy brush on the other end. Okay, so now I'm going to go on with the same brush. It's fine, because I'm just going to go over the top, and these colours are so pigmented they erase the previous colour. Over the rest of the lid now with warm taupe. Which was the lighter brown. Now just popping it underneath. Slightly winging it out. Now I'm going for more of a fluffy brush. This is Japanesque. It's again a flat brush, but it's just a bit more fluffy. Do not need a lot of these products, by the way. Like, I just touched the brown and look how much came off in my hand there. Now into the socket. Just using a little fluffy blending brush. This is MAC 217. Right, now I'm going to go on and do some eyeliner. I'm using Costa Riche by MAC here, and I'm going to come inside the eye, well, just drawing on the hairs of the eye, and then don't worry about this being really neat, because we're going to smudge it out. E20 short shader by Fierce Face. This is lovely for this sort of thing where you just, it's very firm, which is good, and really good at sort of distressing a line and making it a bit more soft. And I am just going to add a tiny bit of the lightest shade. It's this one here. It's not shimmery, it's matte, stick with the matte theme, but just right, then I'm gonna go on and just add a little bit of highlighter. Gotta do it, even though it's not terribly 90s. Gonna use my Glow Kit, Anastasia Beverly Hills. To be honest, any opportunity to get to use this, bingo. The novelty still hasn't worn off at all. I'm using the shade Bubbly, which is this one, and a little fan brush, which, believe it or not, this has had a very thorough clean. But I think what happened was I bunched all my brushes together. I'm gonna do my actual makeup kit that I take to my clients' tutorial to show other makeup artists and people that want to be a makeup artist what a kit looks like. Because what I was gonna go on to say was I put my dirty brushes all together, and I actually use just like a little zipper bag, and what happens is sometimes the foundation brush gets caught on and then this happens, which is a bit annoying. But it's even worse if that happens on a load of clean brushes, so you gotta separate the two. Okay, and then going on for a little bit of contour, again using another Anastasia product. So I'm gonna be using this shade here. Just want it to be quite natural contour. Daytime look, really. I mean, you could wear it in the night time, depends how much makeup you like to wear. It's probably quite boring because I always use the same mascara. It's MAC Extended Play. Okay, so for the lips, which is the main event with this look, I am using NARS, and this lip liner is brilliant. It's called Bansar. You can actually use it as a lipstick all over the lip, but I mean, it's not actually a lip liner. Very, very 90s. but I'm gonna mix it with a Velvet Teddy by MAC, which is this, just to give it more of a liner look, because 90s was all about the liner. Perfect. Okay, I'm just going to add a tiny touch of powder because I do look quite shiny through here. So I'm just going to use a little bit of loose powder. This is NARS and it's called Beach. Fab. I love this. I love this look so much. So yeah, teamed with a choker, nice and 90s. Yeah, I just think it looks fab and it's so quick and easy to do. It's a great daytime look and this is the look. Nice natural hair, not too done. Really hope you've enjoyed the look today and comment below, let me know your thoughts. Only nice ones though. And thumbs up, tell a friend, subscribe, you know, all the usual stuff. Thanks so much for watching and I'll be back soon with another video.